How you doing? Yeah, I'm going live on this video here. Billy Joe Saunders, man. Billy Joe Saunders he won't be able to make that fight. He didn't get a license in the state of Massachusetts for him coming positive on a drug, and they canceled the fight. So now Demetrius Andrade is gonna fight an unproven fighter, an ambient fighter, for an interim belt, and possibly be elevated. Um, I think most of the stuff that really happened to Billy Joe Saunders is unprofessionalism in boxing. The stuff, the way he carries himself around, he's a great talent, but he's unrestrained, causing fights with Deontay Wilder at restaurants, throwing pieces of chicken at him, insulting women that are suffering from drugs, making charades on live streams about asking a woman to punch somebody for some drugs. Also, even in the fight preparations, having his son punch Willie Monroe Jr. when he was about to fight him for a title fight. Also, and his told he's very unprofessional. And now he's starting to bite the bullet for that. Not only his training method, knowing that that drug is banned in the United States, why take it? You know, the fight is it's all about common sense. You know, professional boxing is all about common sense. You know, the drug is banned in the United States, even though you're allowed to train for it, train in your country, the UK. Uh, Doing training, but when you're about to fight, you can't use it. So why use it? Uh, I know it inspires you, makes you work out better, probably helps you out. You're saying it's a nasal thing, but you know in your heart that the drug is banned in the United States. You made the fight in the United States. You didn't make it in the UK. You were tested by VADA, and now you're conducting yourself very unprofessional with the WBO, and you were about to do your fourth title defense, and you came out with this vulgar negative comment um, against WBO, and I don't think they're gonna keep you as a champion. And you're a bad role model. Unlike Demetrius Andrade, he's very professional. Coming up for 154, was a WBO champion. He vacated the belt. One time he was going to move up and fight for that same particular title that he was going to fight contest this weekend. He was going to fight, I think, Matt Korobov for that belt. And what happened was the fight did not take place. He decided not to go up in the weight and fight for that belt. And then after he vacated the 154 WBO, he won the WBA regular belt and decided to move up. And doing everything his whole career, Demetrius Andrade has been professional. I mean, he has his comments, you know. He's been interviewed by several other boxing channels, and doing his interviews doesn't curse, doesn't say negative things. He's always a gentleman. He expresses his opinion, but he's very professional. He's a two-time champion at the 154 division, and now he's going to contest for this belt. Being that Billy Joe Saunders is not fighting, so that means he has a very big chance of becoming a two-division champ by winning this WBO interim belt, and most probably be elevated to WBO champion very shortly. That's going to create a lot of opportunities for him in the 160-pound division. He's a southpaw, very talented southpaw, very quick in his prime. It's going to create a lot of openings for him. We have other champions in the 160-pound division that want to fight. Um, as we know, Saul Canelo Alvarez is a champion right now. He has the WBC, and then he is also the lineal champion and the WBA title. Um, Triple G has been mandated by the WBC to fight Gamal Charlo, while at the same time, Saul Canelo Alvarez is going to have a fight that the 168-pound division was allowed by the WBC to contest for this belt. And then he could come down and fight a mandatory if he chooses to. During the same time, the IBF belt, Danny Jacobs is fighting for the vacant title against Devinchenko, a highly talented amateur that has only 12 professional fights. He beat Toriano Johnson. He's going to be fighting now for the vacant belt, the vacant IBF belt, against Danny Jacobs. Great talent. His last loss was a point decision loss to Triple G, Gennady Golovkin. And he wants to move to bigger and better things if he defeats Demenchenko. Since he's been signed with Eddie Hearn, Danny Jacobs has fought only top tier fighters. He's been gone the distance, fighting guys like Luis Arias, and also the last guy he fought. He has I forgot his name, but that guy he knocked out Hugo Centeno in 154. Also the same guy that got knocked out by Damar Chalo. And this guy fought to a standstill with Danny Jacobs. Was very aggressive, and Danny Jacobs overcame. Danny Jacobs is very big, so the chances of him winning against Devin Jacobs was very high. So now to get back to the Billy Joe Sanders. Billy Joe Sanders is gonna fight this gentleman here, Demetrius Andrade, and defend his belt, the WBO belt. And opportunities were there for unification. Opportunities was there for him to move up to a bigger division. Um, like Canelo's gonna do, he's gonna test the 168-pound division where Colin Smith is a titleist right now, and other champions like Gilberto Ramirez. You also have James DeGale there, ex-titleist, Jose Otsagi, and then you have the David Benavidez. So there's a lot of titles there in that division, and these guys are big. These guys could make the weight to 168 easily, and a great talent like Billy Joe Sanders, with that movement and that boxing ability, could acclimate him very easily to that weight. But now that he still has his old people, he might be stripped of the belt, but he still has that old. So maybe he could take that old to 168 division and start fresh over there, like one of his ex opponents that he defeated, Chris Eubank Jr. is fighting at that division, and he just lost narrowly to Calvin Grove. I mean, St. George Groves. He fought St. George Groves and in the tournament and lost on points. He also was going to be a substitute and just won another fight. He fought another fighter from the UK and defeated him by knockout. People say it was dubious, but the thing is that the guy couldn't deal with that big Chris Eubank style. So, opportunity is still there for Billy Joe Sanders, but I think Billy Joe Sanders, he has to step down, slow down, slow down. Acknowledge that he's a dad now, act more mature, and do things like a mature man. Okay, you use this drug, you know that it's illegal in the United States, and admit to it. I mean, basically, you did that already, but hold your head, keep your composure, and try to negotiate with the WBO, and see if you can keep your belt and Emirati status or something like that, and be able to fight the winner of these guys, and show them that you're clean, you're off this drug, and move on to solidify yourself at 160. But you cannot be cursing the WBO, very unprofessional of you by doing that. And these people don't have time for that foolishness right now. And these sanctioning bodies. There's a lot of contenders in the WBO, and you're a champion too. You have set an example to other contenders and other champions in that division, and you have a big fan base in the UK and the United States, and also that area that you want to fight, Boston, Massachusetts, where the fight was going to take place. You have a big fan base there. You're a very popular fighter, and by you conducting himself in this unprofessional manner, um, um, now they're gonna have to be very strict with you, make an example out of you, because you've been fined before for many other things, especially that thing that you did with that young lady that you're accused of using drugs and playing a game with her on social media. So that was very inappropriate. And now by you cursing the WBO for them not sanctioning and licensing you in this fight for a mistake that you did, now you cursed them out and you acting unprofessional instead of biting your tongue and learn from Canelo. Look at Canelo, what Canelo did. Canelo got caught with this drug, even though it was from a steak, from a food that he ate, and he bit his tongue. He paid his fines. He waited his time. And he became a gym rat during that time. Learned different aspects of the boxing game. Learned his craft bigger and better, like something like you have the skills that you have. And when the time came to show and prove, he was an excellent talent and was able to excel inside the ring against Triple G inside. He didn't go to the ropes. He got rid of all his weaknesses that he has by him staying on the ropes. Like Cody Alvarez brothers, they have that weakness. They stay on the ropes, and that's when they get defeated. And Canelo learned from his brother's experience and from his past experience, and he fought inside the ring and fought Triple G, and now he's champion. And Triple G is ex-champion. So you have to move on to bigger and better things. I think you're a great talent. I wouldn't like you to ruin your career any further. What you should do is send a little apology to the WBO and see if you could patch things up and see what you have to do to recover from this. And there's other championships in that division. If the WBO wants to punish you for now and you they strip you the belt, then there's other championships there. There's other opportunities for you to contest for the same belt, and you have an opportunity to make your life in your legacy in boxing much greater. Um, you cannot prove that that you made a mistake. You admitted to using it. You know it was banned in the United States, and you made a fight in the United States. They couldn't change the fight to another area in a short amount of time, and now you possibly might be stripped. But basically, that's your fault for being unprofessional. So we have to start acting more professional, more mature, start acting like a parent, like a guy you lost a great payday of $2.3 million, a great purse for this fight for defending your WBO belt. So the WBO and the promoters and everybody was treating you very well. So what you gotta do is conduct yourself more professional and be able to set an example to other talent and other people in your fan base and move on to bigger and better things. It's very sad to see you being stripped. I think you're a great talent. I think you had the size advantage. You were more acclimated to 160. I think you would have been able to defeat Demetrius Sanders in the long run. You're the bigger man. You have better skills. You fought, in my opinion, in that 160-pound division, you fought better opponents because Demetrius Sanders never fought in the 160-pound division against people like you. So, and the talent that you have fought, David Lemieux recovered from that point loss that you had, and defeated Gabby O'Sullivan in the first round. And you outpointed him. You made him look very amateurish like in the ring. So right now your stock was very high, and all you gotta do is hold your head and act very mature, and you could probably maintain your value in that 160-pound division. If they do strip you, I think you should push for a fight against one of the other champions or other titles to then make you get an opportunity to fight for that belt once again against Demetrius Andrade or the winner of that contest. I got a little cough here, man. I'm putting a lot of hours this week. So yeah, it's very sad. That would have been a great fight for the year. We've been loaded with a lot of great fights this year. Um, all the boxing channels have been putting good. Boxing circuits have been putting good fights. Dazin has been putting good fights. The new ESPN channel with Top Rank has been putting good fights. Bob Arum, Eddie Hearn, Showtime, Al Heyman, everybody's been putting good fights, PVC and all that. Golden Boy. So it's been a beautiful year, and it's very sad that we didn't get to see you fight in the French Championship against Dimitri Andrade this year and continue to be champion in the 160-pound division. I hope you could recover from that, and the next year could be a great year for you. And you take care and have a great day. And everyone have a great day too. Thank you very much.